cat somehow got through the protective covering of the guardrail and is clinging to it for dear life. Miami Hurricanes fans forgets about the game and starts praying for the safety of the cat, who would not have survived the fall from such a height. Thankfully, a group of fans catches the cat with a stretched out flag and the crowd goes wild. A man on a motorcycle finds a delivery man pushing a bicycle with a flat tire. Being a delivery man himself, he knows not making a delivery on time means lost pay and even unemployment. So he stops and lends him his motorcycle, no questions asked. "15 minutes later, the man comes back after making his delivery, thankful for the kindness from this stranger. A homeless man is found sitting on the side of the street with a pair of broken crutches next to him. He couldn't get up or move, so he just sits there not knowing what to do. That's when this nice man walks up to him and hands him a new pair of crutches. The man bows in gratitude and finally gets up on his feet. This motorcyclist is stopped by a police officer and is surprised when the officer asks him to deliver a bottle of medicine to a lady on a bus up ahead. Apparently, she dropped it earlier on. This nice man doesn't hesitate and rushes to catch up with the bus. When he does, he signals the confused bus driver to stop and successfully delivers the much-needed medicine. A woman is trapped under an SUV after the vehicle runs her over in a horrible car accident in New York City. A group of people who witnessed the accident rushes to her aid. About a dozen people is seen actually lifting the SUV straight up and pulling the woman to safety. Paramedics soon arrive and she was rushed to the hospital. A man loses his wallet on a flight to Las Vegas where he attended his sister's wedding. He thought he'd never see his wallet or the $60 in it ever again. But a few days later, a package arrived with a wallet in it. It turns out a complete stranger found the wallet wedged between the seats and decided to return it to its rightful owner. Here's the kicker. The stranger added $40 to even it out to a nice $100. Money he wanted the owner to use to celebrate getting his wallet back. An old woman is crossing the street as fast as she can, but cars around her refuse to stop for her. That's when this young man stops traffic by putting himself in front of the cars. They all wait patiently while the old woman crosses the street. Atlanta Hawks players high-five a small child as they come out of the tunnel. The kid laughs out in pure joy. A man is running on the sidewalk in order to beat the bus to the bus stop when this motorcyclist stops to help him out. He tells him to hop on, and when he does, he rushes past the intersection and safely lets him off in front of the bus stop. The man fist bumps the motorcyclist to show his gratitude. A 4-year-old child is seen dangling from the side of a building in Paris when the man jumps onto the building and climbs 4 stories to where the child is. And lifts the child up to safety. A man jumps out of his car in the middle of the road. It turns out a turtle was caught in the intersection and was in danger of being crushed by oncoming traffic. This man puts himself in danger by getting out of his car and rescues the innocent creature. This man decided to honor the hardworking nurses in his neighborhood by handing out free flowers on the sidewalk. The nurses are happy to receive the beautiful flowers and smile in gratitude. A local artist finds a soldier going home on the subway and draws up a surprise. When he hands over the finished portrait, she thinks it's some kind of flyer at first, but then realizes that it's a portrait of her and smiles. What a way to make someone's day. A dog is lying on a doormat, seemingly waiting for his owner to return home. A passerby notices the dog and picks up a blanket to cover him with. He pets the dog a few times, and the dog cuddles snugly beneath the blanket. EPL football player Mason Mount takes off his shirt and gives it to a girl in the crowd. She's obviously an avid fan because she goes ballistic. A simple act to make someone's day. A motorcyclist finds a couple pushing a moped on the side of a highway. The motorcyclist turns around and approaches the couple. They're obviously experiencing some kind of trouble with their vehicle. So he tells them to get back on, and he literally pushes the couple with his left leg. Soon, a few more show up and helps push the couple to safety. A car is stuck in floodwater, and the driver looks around helplessly. That's when a truck veers behind the car and gently pushes the car out of the water. A delivery man delivers a package to someone's porch and then starts shoveling their walkway as well. He was probably worried someone might slip on the ice, so he cleaned it up like the good person he is. A window cleaner is surprised when an office worker on the other side of the window hands him a cup of coffee. It's hard work and they're grateful for being appreciated. A wrestler beats his opponent in a game of wrestling to win the gold medal, but is dismayed to find that his opponent was hurt during the match. So he helps out by carrying him back to the bench. With this act, he also takes the gold medal for being a good guy. A woman loses control of her horse in the Netherlands and is found chasing after it on foot. Of course, we all know that's never going to happen, so this nice man on a motorcycle gives her a ride. The horse runs away at full speed and almost hits a few cars along the way. They almost have her at one point, but she starts running again. It's not until the woman grabs hold of the reins that the horse finally stops. An old lady couldn't get into her car because the road was flooded, so these truck drivers helped her out by using their liftgate as a makeshift bridge. A driver backed his car halfway into the water. Thankfully, these group of people volunteered to sit on the front of the car until help arrives. Thank you for watching. That's all the life essence we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really makes our day.